there, world. It's Andy, Indiana. How are we doing? I want to share with you my second YouTube video, and this one really means a lot to me. I actually got permission to talk about this. I would never want to discuss something without someone's permission. So, needless to say, I want to tell you about a friend of mine. And I'm going to tell you about him. His nickname was True Blue. And this person I met when I was about 16 years old. I had landed a job selling shoes at our local mall. And he walked in, it was fall break, I'll never forget it. He walked in with a group of his girlfriends, and he walked right up to me and said, Hi, I'm True Blue. And I said, Hi there, I'm Andy. And he goes, You're just so cute. And he grabbed my cheek. And we became instant best friends because he was like a clone of me. When you were around him, he had a dynamite personality. And he was so special to me. And I loved him immediately. We became really good friends and we hung out. We went to parties together. He introduced me to his parents. He was so proud of me. And honestly, for the rest of my life, I'll be proud of him too, because he treated me with respect, dignity, and he loved me. When we met, it was I was in a depressing state of mind, and I've lived my life by this. You meet people in life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Well, we met, and he asked me to go to this party. Well, I don't turn down a party. So I said, Sure. Are you driving or me? And he goes, Well, could you drive? I'll just meet you. What kind of car do you drive? So I told him, and lo and behold, I'd gotten off work. It was about roughly 9 p.m. And I start walking out to my car, and there he is, parked right next to my vehicle. And I laughed, and I go, Boy. And he started laughing. He goes, You ready? And I said, Sure, let me warm my car up, because there was snow on the ground. And we go to this party, and we were there probably about 20 minutes, 30 minutes together. And I looked at him, and I go, This party is lame-o. You ready to blow this popsicle stand? And he goes, Yeah, can we go to a coffee shop and just talk? Well, I'm so glad and honored that I did that, because I got the chance to know this individual. Within 2 hours of sitting at this coffee shop, I knew his whole life because he was an open book. He told me how depressed he's been. He told me he had a great childhood, but he was gay, and he got tormented and bullied beyond belief. And in my first video, I discussed that. I got bullied. I got made fun of for being Andy, Indiana. But I had thick skin, and I never let it. I mean, of course it affected me. Of course it hurt my feelings. But I never really back then, I just laughed it off like, really? One of these days, you just never know what's going to happen. But I wouldn't be making fun of me, because one day somebody may be making fun of you. But that's just how I am. I kind of laughed it off. So we discussed that in a little bit of detail. And, life changes, and life changes so quickly. I mean, you could blink your eyes and it could be over. For me, for you, for anyone for that matter. So I live my life for today, right now, not tomorrow, not next week, because it may not be here. So I listened, and it really hurt my heart. I'm like, wow, you were tormented? Like, beyond, I was made fun of myself, but not to this caliber. And he let it affect him. So he did, in fact, graduate high school. And I got with my very first partner, and I still worked at the mall at that time. And I was going in the mall to get my paycheck. It was a Friday. I'll never forget it. I've thought of this my whole life. He was there with a group of his friends, and he walked up to me, and he said, Hey, how you doing? And there's my first partner, and they're both looking at each other like, Which, looking back on that, it was petty. But he goes, Can I have a hug, Andy? And I gave him this, oh my God, this hug like this. Yeah, good to see you. Because I'm the type of person, when I meet you, I hug you like you wouldn't believe. And I regret that. And I tell him all the time, I'm so sorry. He'll drop little signs and hints. Um, to me, like his favorite artist was Bette Midler, and I'll never forget it. He pounded "The Wind Beneath My Wings," "The Rose," "From a Distance," "Bugle Boy." He played those like on repeat in his vehicle whenever we were to hang out. So if you can hear it, I'm playing it, and I want everyone to share this in memory of True Blue. I love him. I'll always love him. So I quit my job. We're going to fast forward because there's my ADHD, ADD kicking in. I get off on another subject. My friend always tells me, you talk in circles. Go back, get to the point. But anyhow, and I'm trying to make this one as short as possible because I've gotten an amazing response from my first YouTube video. Thank you. And this, I got one email from a lady, and I won't say her name because I emailed her back and said, I will not say your name, but you, by the way, if you're watching this, you are, because you're one of my subscribers. Your email to me inspired me. When you took the time to email AndyIndiana at Yahoo, wow, it touched my heart. And this is in memory of yours, and it's in memory of True Blue. So share this on Facebook. Share this wherever you share it. I don't know. I only know Facebook you can share these videos. But anyhow, back to the point. I quit my job at the shoe store, and I landed this job with this local school corporation working as a paraprofessional for a special needs child. And I did that Monday through Friday. I loved my job. And at this time, I'm living with my grandparents, and every morning it was a routine. I'd get up, have a cup of coffee with them, make breakfast, whatever, and what have you. And every morning it was like a religious. We did this religiously. I'd open up our local paper and read the obituaries. Well, lo and behold, I was getting ready to go to work, and I opened up the paper to look at the obituaries, and there he was in the paper. He had committed suicide. I've never, I don't know details, and I don't really think I ever want to because I don't want to remember him like that. I want to remember the special and unique person that True Blue is and was. Um, he always inspired me. He always said, "Andy, you're something else." And like I said, we were clones. Like we thought alike. We liked the same music. We acted like each other. We were wild and crazy, and he did spontaneous crap, and so I still do. But anyhow, I'll never forget going to that funeral. I went to his funeral, and I'll never forget the look on his parents' face when I hugged them and said, "I'm so sorry for your loss." And I remember walking out of the funeral home, and his brother was outside having a cigarette, and I walked up to him and said, "I'm so sorry for your loss." Well, his brother, amazingly enough, still, I'm 34 today. He's been gone 16 years. In 2018, it will have been 16 years. Maybe a year and a half ago, I ran into his brother, and he told me, I wish that True Blue was here because the world's a lot different than it was back then. And I said, yeah, I said, he is here. And, I told him what I just told you. There's been moments in my life where something will happen, and then all of a sudden, from a distance, we'll be on the radio, and I'll be like, True Blue, that's you telling me to keep at it. I break up with someone. I'll hear from a distance. True Blue, got you. You are from a distance. But I do truly believe I will see him again. We'll pick up probably right where we left off, and he'll encourage me once again because he was that special. But anyhow, his brother told me that in the bar, and I said, oh, he is here. And I said, you know what? Still to this very day, I have the little card from his funeral, and I have his obituary. And I went home, took a picture of it as proof and documentation. Yes, I do. On my kitchen table, and I texted it to him, and he shared that on the 15th year anniversary on Facebook. And last night, amazingly enough, I ran into his brother. It was a friend of mine's 50th birthday last night, and he was there. And I walked up to him and I said, hey, have you watched my YouTube video? And he said no. I didn't go into this much elaborate detail with him because it was so loud in there. There was a band playing. And I said, I want to talk about your brother on YouTube, and I want your permission before I do it. And he said, please do, and share it. I'll share it. I want to see it. And I said, oh, absolutely. I'll tag you in it. So with that being said, for those who are suffering out there, real I want you to know that there are resources available. There are suicide hotlines. There's me. Email me, AndyIndiana@yahoo.com. Um, I'll listen. I would love that because that's how I am. That's who I am. Don't end your life for any reason. I don't care what it is. Don't. You're worth it. I'm worth it. You're worth it. Love yourself. That's my new 2018 motto. Love you because if you don't, no one else is going to. And it's taken me a long time, 34 years to get there, to realize it. Another thing, it's 2018 and it's a new year, it's a new me, it's a new you. I've always wanted to meet up with his parents. And I wanted to do it on the 10-year anniversary, but I chicken shitted my way out of it. And I'm like, no, I was just going to pop over at their house and say, hey, I want you to know it's been 10 years. I still think of your son. He may be gone, but he's never forgotten. But I'm going to do that in 2018. That is a promise. And I've even told his brother, and he says, my parents would love to see you. And I'm going to do that. I promise that's going to happen sometime in 2018. So I want everyone to, in memory of True Blue, share this video. He was spectacular. And share this video in memory of him. Love yourself. Love you. Have a great year, everyone. Thanks for watching my videos, and please share them.